Welcome back. I'm Shireen with Olive Street Designs, and this is my next project, and a project it is. I think so many people would just walk by this and not even give it a second look. They're like, that's just trash. And it was about to be. But if you can look past all of the stains and worn bits and things, look at these solid wood drawers. Yeah, it's stained. And that's stained. I don't know why there's actual stain in the drawer. And the veneer, ooh, it has seen better days. But what I'm seeing, this is solid oak. And did I mention the backer board is all gone and a bunch of the guides are missing? But I look at this set and I see potential. But in order for these to show its full potential, it definitely needs a makeover. So the first thing I need to do is get this cleaned up because it is filthy. It has all kinds of stains and things on it, but we're going to have to address some of that. But I just gave it a good cleaning everywhere and more backer board that's coming off. But the first thing I need to do is address the top of this nightstand. So it probably has some water damage to it. And I just want to make sure that everything is secured before I start filling this in because I don't want to put wood filler over something that's still moving because that will never be a solid repair. I also have some of the boards that are laminating and that didn't work. That syringe is supposed to inject glue down into that area and it just came right off, but we'll just push it in there and give it another go. All right, that one's going much better. These syringes are great for pushing glue in there when it works right, but when I get the clamp on there, glue is squishing out, so I know I got plenty in that spot. So those boards are just delaminating. It happens over time. This set, I believe, is from the late 70s. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stain this entire set without stripping it. So I'm just giving everything a good scuff sanding. These pads are fantastic for doing rounded parts. If you aren't in the market for surf prep, which is a high-end sander and expensive, you can do these pads and it will get you far. So they will work really well on some rounded areas. I did all the edges of the drawers and now I need to address some of these stains. They were really dark and I feel like even with my new stain you might be able to see them, so I lightened those up with some acetone. And I've got a bunch of drawer guides that are missing. I've got to take off the old glue. I happen to have some other drawer guides. These are scraps. I keep everything. So I've had old dressers that either got completely junked or they just didn't work out, or I was replacing all the guides. I keep all the old ones and I just had to trim the end of that and then glued it down and it will be good as new. Also missing a bunch of guides, so I'm custom fitting some of these. Just had to make a couple little changes, get that secured down. And now the transformation is going to begin. After a few just pretty minor repairs so far, I've been able to get everything ready. Now I scuff sanded everything to open this up a bit to accept this stain. And this is not a penetrating stain, this is a gel stain. Now gel stains sit up on top of the wood, so in the right instances, it really works fantastic. Now, if this was one of those really high gloss, thick varnishes that was on the top, this is not the kind of thing that will work. But on something like this where it's a really thin finish and old, it does work. So gel stains are fantastic for this. This is an oil-based gel stain. Same thing here. I'm using a big edger to put this on quickly. I like to cover a lot of area with gel stain at once, just so it doesn't dry out. And you can see I'm just doing 2 drawers at a time. Put it on, wipe it off. And I've got some tinted wood filler here. Now this is wood pate from Farmhouse, and I'm using the dark filler so that it blends in much better after I stain it. I also used it on the top there on those cracks and just getting that filled in and smoothed out, and that's going to blend nicely. So I'm staining that same area and you won't even know that those repairs were done there. Looks fantastic. And here we are all stained and I didn't have to strip this piece. After I let that sit overnight, I'm applying some shellac just to seal in all of that new stain. You have to do this after it's dry though, so I did let it dry overnight. But the shellac's going to seal everything in. And while that's setting up, I'm going to go ahead with my drawer liners. Now I have 13 drawers, 9 in the dresser and 2 in each nightstand, 13 drawers total to line. It's going to be a drawer lining factory here in a second, but I got the drawer liner in there. I cut them to size, but I had a little bit of a mismeasure, I guess you could call it. Had a little excess to trim off there, and that looks fantastic. And now this is just drawer lining marathon. I've got to cut them all. Thankfully, 9 of the drawers were all the same size, and then of course the 4 nightstand drawers too, but I got 13 drawers all lined. And it's kind of a blessing that the backer board isn't on here because it allows me to really fix all the drawer guides from the back, which I don't usually get an opportunity to do, so I was thankful for that. And speaking of backer board, I need to cut a new one. And these come in huge, huge pieces, so I've got to cut this down. Got everything measured, and I'm just using my little circular saw, and I know I'm going to have all these people saying, you should have used a straight edge. I know, but I was able to do it just fine with this. So I've got all my lines drawn, and I'm just being really careful. I did a couple of coats of top coat, and I'm sanding in between. I forgot to show the first couple, or I just didn't film it. But I am sanding in between, and then I'll do more layers. I did 5 coats of top coat because I want this to be super durable. And that's just a wet microfiber towel because now I have switched from the oil-based stain and shellac to water-based, and this is my water-based top coat. Once everything dried, it's time to start working on some hardware. Now this set did not ever have hardware. These drawers just had small indentations on each side where you could fit your fingers behind to pull them out. But I just feel like it's not very practical, and I think that gold hardware is pretty. So I decided to add it. Now I measured everything. I checked everything 2 and 3 times before I started drilling holes because this is my final finish and I don't want to have to redo it. And I got those all drilled. I am going to be adding this beautiful pull. I'm actually adding a couple of different styles. I wanted to blend a couple of things on this. So the pulls are in. And then now that I had my jig all set up, I already had center. This makes it really easy. I didn't even have to move anything. Now the center of the drawer is just getting a single pull. I wanted to just do a little something different so it wasn't just 9 of the exact same thing. So I added a little bit of a smaller pull there. Time to put the backer board on, making a couple of little adjustments. I know, I should have used a straight edge. And then I have a staple gun that I'm just getting this secured with, going all around everything. And I'm going to get it secured top, sides, and the bottom. Let's take a look back at where we started with this. And here we are now. A rich and beautiful brown, all new, and ready for a new home. And it found a new home within hours. And guess what? The new buyer would like feet. So I happened to have some feet that were very similar to the style that she wanted, but I needed to add a board to the back so that I could add those little legs because it only had a base on 3 sides. So these are the feet that I had already on hand, and I just needed to freshen up the gold so that it matched the new hardware, and then I was adding a clear coat to it. Just making a couple little custom adjustments so that these boards will fit on there. I've got pocket holes all drilled so I can add that. And now I've got that on all 4 sides that's flush just to add these cute little legs. And I think these are really going to add to the character of this piece. It was, kind of, I would say kind of vanilla, but we're making it beautiful again, changing the color certainly, but then giving it some height is really going to change this overall plain look from the 70s into this. Isn't this beautiful? I'm so glad she decided she wanted to add these legs. I think it just adds such a different element to it. So what may have been completely overlooked and probably headed for the landfill has been turned into something really pretty and elegant. I hope you like this makeover as much as I do. Be sure to follow for more.